is essential here at 9.
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. 120 yards. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Trying to make yet another birdie. Mark a birdie on the card. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Had a birdie here yesterday. In there close. Great opportunity for another one. And getting ready for the putt. Continuing to putt with confidence. On to the par 4 11th hole. Frank, what's the best play here?
No bunkers really here to worry about, Rich, so you have to pick something in the distance as a good line. Something a little bit away from the water that protects the left side of this fairway. And it's adjacent to the 15th hole, the other par 5 coming home. So a good drive, perhaps with a little bit of cut off the tee. And that should shape up nicely for this long par 4.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, this could be good. Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
12th hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left, because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Has this one for par. Got it for par. Par 5 13th, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough, but also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left, too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards.
Second shot.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. So this is the third shot to the par 5. And this one's tracking. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Par 5 13, Frank, what kind of scoring opportunity is this?
Anytime you get on a par 5, obviously birdies and eagles come to mind. 13's been changed a little bit over the years. The split fairway's gone, now it's just one fairway. Water in play, bunker on the left side, they certainly define this fairway. And they've toughened up the front and left side of this par 5 green. The longer hitter, the high ball hitter, still will get a reward at 13.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Wouldn't say he's ecstatic, but not unhappy either.
At 24 feet, there'll be a lot of players much further away than that on this hole.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? All right, Frank, now the fun begins. We are teed up at the par 5 15th hole. Plenty to talk about here.
Yeah, the fairway down the left side is anything other than straight. It's more like a shipwreck, the raggedness of it. And that water in play, well, if you do find one on the fairway, you can sort of always wave across to the people that are walking down the 11th hole. Find the fairway, you can reach this par 5 and 2. A little bit of an island-looking green there, bunker on the left, and also another bunker just short right. But a fairway missed here. Well, you can rack up 5, 6, 7. We've seen all sorts of scores here at 15.
Good swing, good shot yet again. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. This is a 16-footer. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, man. You can't miss him from that distance. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, partner, here we go. Players have characterized it as terrifying, chaotic, amazing. The stadium atmosphere here at this hole, the 16th of par 3, is really spectacular, isn't it, Frank?
It is. Because of the atmosphere, the number of people, this is the closest a golfer gets to like kicking a field goal in a Super Bowl. It's just surrounded by people. It's not really the difficulty of the hole. Just over 160 yards, a modest par 3. There's no water in trouble. But it's an atmosphere that golfers never normally are familiar with.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, not going to be too happy with that one. He'll take par and move on. Now to the 17th, and Frank, fair to say this is one of the best short par 4s in all of golf?
It is. The drivable par 4 that's designed the way it's meant to be played is a winner. The ones that are just shortened to be made drivable, they don't work. This was designed to be a 17th hole, and it was designed to be drivable. You couldn't get a better place, and you couldn't get a better par 4.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, again, the fairways are lined with those huge galleries coming off 16 and 17. Now the finishing hole here at TPC Scottsdale. And Frank, what can we expect?
Well, this is a goodie. It'll play slightly as a dogleg left. Now, many a year, a player would try and carry the ball all the way over that water down the left side, but those new bunkers down there, it stopped the J.B. Holmes attack on this par 4. You're really going to have to play a little right of those now, and there's a couple of bunkers up on the hill to stop you doing that. So this is really a much tougher tee shot. 440 yards of par 4 just got a little bit more difficult.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Biggest crowds in all of golf, and a big putt right here to win the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Just has the feel today. Just a great putt and a great win. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
And he's made the green. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Even par early on. Back to the action here at the second, and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
He has this attempt for par. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Now to the par 4 third, 434 yards, and plenty of trouble on that left side.
One of the hardest tee shots on the front side. Water very much in play down the left.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Even par currently.
Now headed in the right direction, into red figures at 1 under par after the birdie. Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Frank, when you get out of the gates, as our featured golfer has done, with a lot of pars, steady play, what's the mindset?
You've got to keep doing that, Rich. Just maybe get a little closer to the hole, drive a little bit better, work on the pace of the putting. Just little gains, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or two. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
A beautiful, soft touch out of the bunker. That's Mickelson-esque. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this. Putt for par.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good stroke right there. That's a par, and he stays at 1 under. Frank, at the 4th, we pulled the hammer out. Here, maybe it's a scalpel?
Well, it just depends. A little trailing breeze. A drive is not always a bad play here. 367 yards to the front. There's a little kick forward. So, wind behind your back, almost worth a go.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green, and a chance for a birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, the par 5-6, this is the signature hole here at Bay Hill.
You've got to really pick a line here, Rich. There's a big pine tree down there. On that line, 260 yards gets it to the fairway.
How important, Frank, is the line off of this tee?
He's going for a little extra. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Smoked that one.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Nice par to remain at 2 under. Frank, as you step to the tee here at the 8th, what are you seeing?
Another hole that suits the long hitter, Rich. That bunker just over 300 yards. The further you get down there, the shorter club you have in over the water.
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. That is classy.
Not a chance of going in.
Standing over his birdie putt. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
Rounding out the front 9 here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, you want to make the turn in style? We're here at the 9th, the approach shot, and what are we looking at?
Big green, one of the biggest on the golf course. This hole's changed a lot with equipment over the years, so long iron, even a mid iron for some people, to a very generous green. Just pitch it on the front third, and you'll be having a birdie putt here at 9.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. Now, good look at birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Get those ice blue skies. How do you get off to a good start here on this second 9?
Well, really, you've got to pick a target here. You don't just blaze away at the 10th. The hole bends to the right. If you can get it over that bunker, you've got just a short iron, even a wedge in here. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
He has this for par. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway, just short of that second bunker. And it sets up a 6 or a 7 on.
315. Little uphill to this green, Frank. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And getting ready for the putt. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
Frank, now we're at the 574-yard, par 5 12th. How critical are the par 5s if you're trying to put a score on the board here at Bay Hill?
They're crucial, Rich, because the par 4s are very, very difficult. So anytime you get a par 5, really got to take advantage of it.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut, not too bad. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. That's an important birdie right there, into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Rich.
Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's a par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down, 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
Good contact, good result. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That will be a great look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of this green. It will not run up.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. How about 7 under par now? Now at the 15th, big dogleg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact first and foremost that you're not going to get clean contact. So you have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Is this a good risk-reward par 5?
It's more about the second shot here. It's probably the most demanding second shot on the golf course.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Well, this could be good. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Frank, par 3/17 here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? These putts keep the round together. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Frank, the scene of so much drama through the years, the 18th here at Bay Hill. What's the key?
The fairway is rather generous, but once again it pinches in around 320, 330 yards. You've got to be cognizant of that. And of course that green shapes to the right, so good tee shot makes that second shot a little bit easier.
So still swinging well with confidence right in the fairway here at 18. Sitting up in the fairway now, 180 yards away.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
On the green, and a chance for birdie.
This is an awkward length.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it. Oh, that's fine.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. So they'll tap in.
And another good par.
Back to the action here at the second and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Second shot here at the third.
One of the narrowest greens at Bay Hill. Water, as you can see on that left side. So for the faint of heart, you're going to miss, if anything, to that right side. And that's exactly where they put a little bunker. So be very straight on the second.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Can't wait to write those on the card. 1 below par. Chalk it up. It's a birdie. 561-yard par 5 fourth. Frank, a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit. So if you hit a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Second from an excellent lie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Frank, now to the fifth. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker. With a little trailing breeze, you might even get close to the green.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt.
Had to be a misread.
He'll take par and move on. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, this is what they call a short field, just 120 players, because it's an invitational, one of only 5 tournaments on the PGA Tour with invitational status.
Yeah, it's not just any invitational, too. It's an invitation from the king.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much. It looked was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? Rich, now's the time to knuckle down. I know things haven't gone right up to this point, but really, this is where you can still get something out of it. Just give yourself that opportunity. You're good enough.
Beauty of golf, Frank. One good strike comes off the center of the bat, one good result, and you begin to feel differently about things. Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. Moving on now, Frank, we're at the par 3 7th hole. What's the challenge here?
Really, the high ball hitters have an advantage here. Just try and carry it in the middle of the green. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. In the hole and a birdie. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Frank, you want to make the turn in style? We're here at the 9th, the approach shot, and what are we looking at?
Big green, one of the biggest on the golf course. This hole's changed a lot with equipment over the years, so long iron, even a mid iron for some people, to a very generous green. Just pitch it on the front third, and you'll be having a birdie putt here at 9.
That one is in the bunker. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Well, when he goes after it like he is here.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Squeeze that one, Frank.
That is the champion of the mashes. He mashed up. I don't know if that button can be used again after that. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right, they always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, another good hole to par 4 11th, looking at the second shot now.
Yeah, the second shot has a similar look to the second shot at the third hole at Bay Hill. Water all down the left-hand side, that has to be respected. And a green really where you've got to favour the right side, or at least right of middle.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
He needs this for par. They'll take it. That's a par. Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, in the changing weather conditions, players have so many different options, don't they? Some might like to play it high. Others might want to play it a little lower along the ground.
Really got to be on your toes today because of that, Rich. And really that's what separates the men from the boys, so to speak. You know that any mistake you make can obviously be magnified by the wind conditions. But conversely, it's a real good chance for skill to shine.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and a chance for a birdie. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
At the par 4 13th now, this is a hole, Frank, that requires some smart club selection. What are the options here?
Yeah, very sneaky par 4. That bunker on the right is 250 yards or so off the tee. So you've either got a choice to play short of that or sneak it down the end, which is about 300 yards. But if you try and be bold here and miss the fairway, that second shot, evil.
Really good play off the tee, at least 300 yards and in the fairway. Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet. Score that a birdie. Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole, if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side. Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Hit it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, what a turn of events here.
You're absolutely right, Rich. This round started off completely on the wrong foot, but he's managed to somehow keep his composure and turn this round completely in the other direction.
This is a good-looking shot. Crucial eagle attempt on the way.
Good scoring opportunity. Third shot here for par 5.
Oh, I thought he had that. You hate to miss the short ones. Ouch. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Sinks the putt for birdie. Frank, par 3 17. Daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. This is a 19-foot putt. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Frank, now one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill, the 18th.
Hole's got a little easier over the years with the new equipment. People getting it out there a little further, so you've got a shorter club in, but you've got to be wary of that run out on the right side.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, this is the moment of truth. In so many rounds here at Bay Hill, the second at 18.
The best way to put it is it's the most rewarding second shot you'll get on Bay Hill relative to the rest of the people playing.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Nothing wrong with that par putt. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
It's fine.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Now the approach here at number one, Frank, what's he looking at?
A nice high, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Great start.
Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Par 4 third here at Bay Hill. This is a hole where you do not want to miss left. 434 yards and plenty of water.
Don't look left, don't hit it left, don't play left, don't go left.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nice, solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
561-yard, par 5 fourth. Frank a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit, so if you had a good drive in there and going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank.
Second shot.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Frank, tricky little third shot here at the par 5 fourth.
Especially if you don't have a full number, because there's just that little mound in the middle of the green. If you get on the wrong side of that, instantly you can be 30, 40 feet away. So check where the flag is. Is it front? Is it back? And then try and land it in that section.
And it makes the green in regulation. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. In for birdie. Fifth hole at Bay Hill. Frank, this is a chance to employ some course management as opposed to maybe brute strength. What do you think?
Yeah, rather soft par 4. No water here, but bunker down the left and bunker down the right. Pinches into that corner. So if you're a little wayward, an iron here is not a bad idea.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, what about this approach shot here at the fifth?
One of the few holes where you get a short iron in your hand for that second shot, but that green slopes away at about a 45-degree angle to the right, which makes distance control paramount here at 5. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the sixth is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be scary as well with all of that water.
And if you're a history buff, you'll remember in 1998, John Daly made 18. He's going for a little extra.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Looks like he just misread that. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, after that beast of a par 5, Frank, it is time to finesse one up on the green here at the par 3-7, just a little under 200 yards.
There's a big mound in the middle of the screen. The flag's above it, and then you've got to be really precise. If it's short of it, you can use that mound as a backstop.
And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away.
Had every chance of going in.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design, fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one's looking good. That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
And he makes it for par. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. What's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Frank, you want to make the turn in style? We're here at the 9th, the approach shot, and what are we looking at?
Big green, one of the biggest on the golf course. This hole's changed a lot with equipment over the years, so long iron, even a mid iron for some people, to a very generous green. Just pitch it on the front third, and you'll be having a birdie putt here at 9. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Get in the hole.
Can you believe that?
Beautiful day here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida. Great weather. Frank, how do you get off to a great start here on the back 9?
Trying to avoid those 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, but it's one of the few holes that moves to the right. So if you can just smoke one over that right bunker, just a sand iron in there.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Wow, I thought that was in. Just a little tap in here. In for par. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not. Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left, 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
It is the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Arnold's summer home is actually in western Pennsylvania, Latrobe Country Club. That's where he grew up. He came to Central Florida in the 1970s and fell in love with this piece of ground. He bought it, and he's grown it ever since, and now it is host to one of the premier stops on the PGA Tour. Big, strong golf course. You have to really be a good ball striker and generally one of the longer hitters to be successful around here. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot. Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now, so he doesn't want to compile the error.
Getting set now for his 4th shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, this can get away from him here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570-odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
This one just inside 30 feet. Certainly you wouldn't call that close.
On the computer, it registers at 29 feet. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Par 4 13th, Frank, you've played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Birdie try again here today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
No, it plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
And he's made the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He'll take par and move on. Now at the 15th, big dogleg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
Excellent looking shot here. Ideal position, sitting up perfectly. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. From about 8 feet. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot which comes over the lake. And that's a hold your breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. This one looks right on point. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
This is an awkward length. And that was a good try. Didn't quite get the break right.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5. Should be safely on deck.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot. Second shot.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Frank, par 3 17th. Daunting shot. What are you thinking as you step onto this tee?
Just make 3. 2 is a huge bonus. Take 3 in a heartbeat. Oh, beautiful swing. And the result is every bit as good.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, this is the moment of truth. In so many rounds here at Bay Hill, the second at 18.
The best way to put it is it's the most rewarding second shot you'll get on Bay Hill relative to the rest of the people playing.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. And that's a birdie. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.